So right now, there's someone that just left Unit 88 after having been in there all night, obviously, because throughout the night, I was awake until 4 cleaning this place. Somebody was making smacking noises directly behind that wall right there. And I kept thinking, like, it's not possible for there to be somebody in there. It's empty, it's vacant, the door's locked. Well, obviously, when the Greenville Group chooses to house large numbers of violent criminal offenders in this building who are so behaviorally disturbed that they never leave the building, then they're going to have the ability to pick a lock. And they're so obsessed with perving and creeping all over women who don't want to have anything to do with them that they literally pick the lock to Unit 88 and get in there late at night and start violently smacking things against the wall. There's also someone in the bathroom 78 right now, and I had to call the Greenville Group at 8:45 this morning because whoever is in the bathroom of 78 has been violent and aggressive each time I've gone to my bathroom to try to use a toilet throughout the morning. They only smack the wall or get violent when I physically try to sit on the toilet, which means they have knowledge of what I do in this unit. It is right around 12:30 p.m. on Thursday, May 1st, 2025. I'm waiting for management to show up. They said they were doing a building-wide unit inspection of all the units. So I've been cleaning, organizing, moving things around, throwing things out throughout the night and morning. And there's been a tremendous amount of violent slamming and banging from directly below in 76. I mean, that piece of shit is so disturbed. They were making slamming and banging noises directly beneath my bed at 3:30 in the morning. They're also smacking and banging things directly behind the wall of my toilet when I try to use a toilet. And at 8:45 this morning, the smacking and banging from behind this wall right here was directly right here. Nobody needs to hit the wall because what's right behind this toilet is a sink. So, unless they're like tripping and falling when they're standing at the sink, they don't need to slam anything against the wall. There's a sink right behind here, and there's a toilet right behind here. There's also been intense amounts of cigar and marijuana smoke coming from the bathroom of 78 throughout the morning. And when I did try to use the toilet twice this morning, I was electronically assaulted by the same directed energy device that Jasmine Irizarry, the former and intermittently current occupant of the bathroom of 78, claims that she's using on me in multiple statements that she's made on my social media pages. But right now, the place is clean and neat. I need to mention to management that I cannot use any of the facilities in this bathroom without getting aggressively harassed by a violent, intrusive person who is constantly in the bathroom directly behind this wall right here. Even at 3:30 in the morning when I quietly get up and silently tiptoe into this bathroom to use the toilet, that person is directly behind that wall and starts smacking the wall when I'm sitting on that toilet. That indicates that this person has some severe mental health issues, is psychotic, meaning they are completely out of touch with reality. Like their obsession is so disturbing that it literally causes them to lose touch with reality, and that's all that they do. And that person is psychotic, and they're violent, and they're obsessed with what I do in this bathroom. I can't remove any item of clothing in this bathroom without whoever keeps sitting behind that wall getting violent, intrusive, and aggressive. And the psycho scum, violent thug in 76, again, has been compulsively violent throughout the morning and late at night last night. So at 3:30 in the morning, when I finally lay down on my bed to try to sleep, that piece of shit was slamming and banging things directly below my bed. And as I said, there was also somebody in 88 last night, but I didn't think it was possible. I was like, well, maybe it's somebody directly below 88 on the 3rd floor who sounds like they're in 88. But somebody just left Unit 88 and slammed the door to Unit 88 once. So when you go into a unit and you don't live in it, you should come out. So that would mean the door would need to close twice, right? That door slammed once. That means that somebody left Unit 88 approximately 20 minutes ago. It has been vacant for months, ever since the perving, masturbating pedophile Jason DaCosta, who kept threatening to kill me, was finally moved out of Unit 88. And I'm hoping he's not in this building anymore. If he is, we're going to have a problem, because that means that he's able to access not just this floor, but his former unit that has been kept vacant and empty. And he seems to be able to access it. I don't know if he still has a key. I mean, it's not like the Greenville Group's management team is really on top of things. They're not. They probably never asked for the key back. So maybe that's how he's able to get in there. But he can also pick a lock. Career criminals, picking a lock is the first thing that career criminals seem to learn in crime school. It's a very basic skill. Anybody can learn how to do it. You just need to watch a few YouTube videos and then you get the hang of it. It's not science fiction that the psycho scum, perving, creeping, masturbating, obsessive sex offenders in this building would pick locks that would allow them to access the living spaces of females that they have a problem with. They all have a problem with females. Irizarry, the pedophile, sex offender, psycho trash, psychopath, has a problem with females. Even the Boston police admitted that she has a problem with females, that she targets other females. So she's either perving and creeping all over them, or she's so jealous she's trying to eliminate them. Could be a little of both, because she's a mentally disturbed piece of shit that doesn't know up from down and east from west, because she's such an unholy mess of psychotic dysfunction that she's pretty much got everything on the planet going. I can start listing her diagnoses simply based on my indirect interactions with her when she's constantly behind that wall right there or constantly below in 76. I mean, she's not shackled to one unit. If she can pick locks, she can move from one unit to another, depending on who's occupying those units and who's in them or who isn't in them. So just because there's someone slamming and banging things in 76 doesn't mean it's not also the same person who accesses unit 78. Just because there's somebody intermittently occupying 78 doesn't mean Irizarry can't also be in there at the same time. I mean, they all claim to be BLM activists, so maybe they're all hanging out together and having a party, right? Nothing is preventing two or more individuals from being in the bathroom of 78 at the same time. Nothing is preventing Irizarry from being in 76 and 78 within a few minutes. I mean, it's just a short flight of stairs, one floor down. But in the meantime, this place is clean and neat. Management likes to make up stories about me, all kinds of crazy stuff, claiming that I'm a prostitute. My God, absolutely not. Not even close. But, I guess if I'm a scientist, then they're going to say I'm a prostitute because they are so jealous and disturbed over successful female professionals, people who have gone way beyond the educational level of the lowlifes who run this building, that they just have to make up stories about you just to, bring you down to their level, which is pretty low. So whatever they're going to say about the state of this unit, I am recording it right now so that they can't make up any stories. The dead bodies are under the bed. Everything is neatly stacked, folded, and the floor is clean. So are the surfaces. There's no trash lying around, no piles of rotting food, old, dirty, moldy dishes. It's actually a fairly bright and pleasant space. I had to move all my winter coats and blankets onto the bed because I normally store them against that wall over there. But just for ease of access to the door, I have moved them to my bed. These are all the bottles I have to pre-fill with clean, non-stinking water, either from the bathroom down the hall or from this tap when the water is not intermittently stinking or oily or thick or slimy. And then I have to use these to rinse off when I'm in the shower, and the water suddenly starts to stink like vomit when I'm trying to rinse out conditioner and soap. So the stink is not coming from me. My soap and my shampoo, my conditioner don't smell like vomit. And nothing in my bathroom, including myself, smells like feet. But the water does as it comes out of my shower head after I've been standing under it for 15 or 20 minutes and I'm all clean. I also regularly spray my feet down with rubbing alcohol just to make sure that they do not smell. So the foot smell is not coming from me. It's coming from the water that comes out of my shower. That's a problem. It prevents me from being able to really effectively use that shower for any length of time without having to resort to pouring clean, pre-filled water bottles all over myself because I can't use the water from my shower and my tap. So watch management now not show up today. They sent out a notice 2 days ago saying they have to do a unit inspection of all the units. Last year when they did this, they just didn't show up. I don't really care. I mean, this isn't my building. This is their building. If they want to do an inspection, then they can. If they don't, then that's fine. But don't tell people you're going to do it and then not show up. But at least I did my part. So we'll just see what happens when they show up.